Bradford Loomis from Lineage Artistry here. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things you need to know before you start your music career. Let's dive in. Before we get started, I'm going to be moving pretty fast, so I'm going to put in the description down below a timestamp for each one of the subjects that we're going to talk about. All right? If you like the video, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, ring that bell so you get notified. The first thing you need to know is, what is your reason why? Why do you even play music? What got you to start in the first place? What keeps you coming back to it? I want you to think about these things and process them and have a good answer. When you know your reason why, you can ask yourself questions like, what do you want to do with that music after you've created it? Then you can think about, well, gosh, I don't really like performing my music. I just want to write songs. Okay, well, that's gonna shape your career moving forward. If you're going to be a writer of music but you're not a performer of music, then maybe you need to move to a place like LA, Nashville, or New York, where you can sell your songs to other artists, okay, and be involved in writing, but not necessarily the performing side. Or maybe you need to get into sync placements, which is putting your music to film and moving pictures, film, commercials, TV, that sort of thing, and do something with your music that you've written that is also not performing, okay? The second thing you need to know before you start your music career is, how do you define success? What does being successful in the music industry even look like to you? That's going to be different from one person to the next. And that really will help you to understand when you need to adjust your trajectory in your music career, or evaluate when you're being successful and you need to keep those things that are working for you because they're getting you to what success looks like for you. Here's a practical way to engage defining your own success. Write an imaginary list of, let's say, 25 things, career milestones that at the end of your career you will feel really good about your career being successful, okay? Then write a list of goals that you would like to hit in 10 years. What's a list of goals that you would like to get by year number 5? And then write a list of goals for this year. And now come back to these and reevaluate them every year. It's a big part of what I do. Every December, I sit down and I go back over my goals from the last year. I rewrite them all out. A lot of it stays the same because I've done it enough years now that I know what my milestones and my 10-year plan, what I would like to get to. Okay, item number 3. What are you willing and able to give? What are the strengths and weaknesses that you bring to the table? Now, how do you find these things out, right? We're often trapped in our own perspectives. We don't see ourselves clearly. So here's what you need to do. Find a group of peers. Find a mentor or two who will give you a good, honest evaluation, preferably somebody in the music industry. You can also take a personality test. The fourth thing that you need to know before you start your music career is, what are the things you are not willing to compromise on? What are the things that you won't do? What are the things that you're not comfortable with? Maybe it's licensing your music to a certain type of industry. Maybe it's playing a certain type of show. You've probably ended up as background music. Some people just don't play those shows. Once you define those things for yourself, it helps you to steer clear of things that are going to be taxing on you, and that's a great way for avoiding mistakes and keeping yourself passionate, because you got to stay passionate. You got to be able to work. You got to be able to put in the time and the effort and the evaluation to keep coming back and working hard at your music career. The 5th thing that you need to know before you start your music career is this. It really doesn't matter how talented or creative you are. You're going to meet people in the music industry who are less talented than you, that go further than you do. You're going to meet people in the music industry that are way more talented than you, that don't get as far as you do. There are so many factors that go into your music career. What it all comes down to are the things that you can control. You've all heard about making your break or your 15 minutes of fame. That requires so much work, so much preparation, so that when that moment of luck, when that opportunity strikes, you're prepared and you're ready because you've been on the grind, you've been on the hustle, and you've been working. No one is going to work harder at your music career than you are. Are you willing to put in the work? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll get through all of those. And if you got value out of this video, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. And please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you know when I have a new video out, which I do every week. All right, be well.